Hey guys, how's it going? Look, I've got an awful cold, but still wanted to get a video out for you. So today we're playing Undecember. It's available on Steam. It's free to play. And I just wanted to give you a rough idea of pretty much how the game went, how it's going, and should you play it. And I think if you've played PoE and you're a little bit bored of the league, or you're a Diablo fan, you're a PoE fan, and you just want some chill to play that's a little bit different, I don't see anything wrong with playing this game. Now, it is a free-to-play game. I believe it's like a Korean, Chinese, one of those type of pay-to-win bullshit games. It's a little bit pay-to-win, but it is a single-player game. And if somebody is paying to win, you're not really fighting against them. You're not dealing with them. So, in a way, the fact that someone's paid to race through the game a little bit quicker doesn't really matter too much. There are a few problems, which I'll get into, but as you can see from the screen, it's looks like PoE. The health bars, the skills. And I also just wanted to give you a rough idea of how to play, because it was a bit confusing for me. So once you've made your character, you log in, and you get dropped into this town. After you've done a few very, very basic quests, you can even see the PoE style portal. You start to unlock some people. Now, the rough idea of the game is just like PoE. You go to this blacksmith, and enchanting basically means crafting. So let's take this ambiguous wand. It's a white wand. We register it in the crafting bench. And with this orb that's called a magic upgrade orb, which is basically a transmute, you can make this blue. Now it's blue, you can go ahead and augment it. You can go ahead and imbue it with an extra option, basically augment it. And you can then change the options. You can then turn it into a rare. You can then change the rare properties, and it goes up in tiers, right? So you can imagine as you get more into the game, the crafting gets a little bit better. And again, so you take this wand, you go, okay, you see on this right-hand side, it's got speed, intelligence. We say, okay, we want to give it one additional option. Now it's got some spell damage, and we think, nice, that's great. So we head back out, we press the I key, and we go to our inventory, and you can just go ahead and equip that. Or I can put my bow on, which I've made, etc. So that's the rough idea. This dude is the guy that crafts, and just think of it like PoE. Now, the other system it has is if you press the Z key, that's like the skill tree. As you level up, you can put points into strength, armor, hit rate, dodge rate, mana barrier, which is basically like CI energy shield. And there are also other stats, which are like kind of your passive tree. And once you've fully completed a tree, you can go to the next trait. And you can imagine there's going to be lots of traits, and you can make kind of interesting builds. Now, I don't know how many builds there are, but as a game, if you just want to pick it up and play for a little bit, it's pretty chill. If you press the K key, this is the linking system, which I actually think PoE should probably copy. I know it's trying to get rid of its 6 links and stuff like that. So basically, these here are your gems. Rain of Arrows, Teleport, which is basically like Frost, Flame Dash. And you can see these coloured lines, these hexagons. That's how many links it has. So it can have a maximum of 6 links. And that's random. You know, you can use an orb to try and get a 6-link gem. What this means is your links are tied to the gem and not your gear. So if you find a new chest piece and you want to upgrade it, you can do, and you're not tied to, oh no, but my links are in my chest. So it allows you to go around and pick up upgrades, which is pretty good. When you go to the K tool, you can see here, if we take this out, we take Spread Shot, we put it in, and we have 1 green link, so we can go ahead and link it with Quick Attack. This has 2 links, so if I had a blue support gem, I could go and link it with a blue support. My teleport is linked with use count, so it has an extra use. This woman over here, she sells the gems, and this is how you kind of enchant. So if you put a rune in here, and if you have the correct materials, you can change the rune, boost the rune, make it blue, give it extra, you know, success chance, all of this stuff, right? Change the slots color, change how many slots it's got from 5 to 6. So you can see as you unlock more links, more colors, you can change and link it to other stuff. The M key is your map. It has many acts. I think it's got 10 acts. And then obviously some form of end game. I don't know how good the end game is, but, you know, it's going to be there. And again, if you're just bored of a little bit of PoE, it might be an interesting one. It has all the tools of like a login, play every day kind of vibe. So, yes, you've got the shop, which we can go into. You have these things that are like, you know, collect your reward, you've played today, you've signed in, etc. Yeah, it has a battle pass, all that stuff, right? Some of the stuff it sells in the shop is not pay to win. There are basically two problems, but then I'll show you some gameplay. Basically, a lot of them are just convenience stuff, some consumables. The problem, I would probably say, is that the stash tabs are very expensive and you kind of need some. And these things like Rune Birth of Essences are kind of how you get your links, and you can kind of buy them from the shop. However, if you play an ARPG and you skip all of the progression by paying, kind of what's the point? So you can play it as free to play. I'm not going to say it's not pay to win, but if you're just focusing on single player and you just want something chill to play, it's pretty decent. So we'll show you some gameplay. Let's just jump into, say, you know, a random area here. It has all the stuff you'll expect. So if you press C, you have your character. You can turn your, where are we? Your stats. Shows you all the DPS. It shows you defenses, what your resists are, your skills, all of this stuff. You can see your XP, your mana. Has some cool quality of life things, some really interesting quality of life that it has. There's lots of things. So if there's quests, you can just click it and it'll walk to the quest, which is a really nice thing. It's voiced, it has cutscenes, all this stuff, right? Which I think is decent for a game like this. Once you've done some quests, you'll see change a link of a slot, change the colors, and change the number of links. So here's an example of what we were just talking about. And if we go into like an area of the campaign to actually go and play, let's just pick a random area. One of the cool things about this game is if you click up here, by the way, that's how you equip your stuff. So what we have here is an interesting feature. You can have auto pots, yes or no, and you can also have auto shooting. Now what's cool about auto shooting is in PoE you constantly have to click, shoot, and after a while that can get quite irritating. If you press the T key, basically what this means is when I get in range of something, if I let go of the move key, my guy will shoot. So I can kite like this, right? I can let go. And it just takes a lot of annoyance and APM off you. So you can kite like this, and I'm just using one finger to do this. And yeah, it's maybe not as accurate. If you're quick though, you can move and aim. But there's a lot of little quality of life things in this game that honestly, PoE probably should yoink. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the best game of all time, or that you're going to play it for 10,000 hours and it's going to change your life. But it's pretty chill. There are things in here that I'm like, damn, for a kind of a shitty mobile port, it's actually not bad. So you can see here that we've just leveled up. When we go to our skill tree, our zodiac tree, we go ahead and put some points in here and we upgrade it. Okay. And now we have the level 2 tree unlocked, which is here. And we can spec into different types. So do we want mana and barrier? Do we want sentry damage? Do we want attack damage? Now, it could just be that the tree is very, very basic and very boring. We've yet to discover it all. But again, I'm not trying to sell you a dream that this is some incredible game. I'm just trying to say that it's pretty chill. I've been enjoying it. It's free to play. It might be worth checking out. It's pretty smooth. You can see here we have the dash ability. We have rain of arrows. And I've overall found the game to be, so far, pretty enjoyable. I'm going to be working my way through the campaign. Videos might be slightly delayed because I'm a little bit rough at the moment. I did just complete PoE hardcore 1 to 90, which was really fun. Probably do a highlights video of like my opinions of hardcore. But yeah, this is the game. I don't want to run through and show you a load of spoilers because probably you'll just play through the campaign and maybe be done with it. But overall, I've enjoyed the game. I'm going to continue to play it. It could be that in 6 hours time I find a lot of problems that are really annoying, but I think we kind of get how the game's going to go. You can turn the numbers off, you can customize loads of stuff, and I was actually surprised. I thought when I saw it was going to be a mobile port that it was going to be absolutely trash, but honestly, it surprised me. I'm enjoying it. I've seen Asmongold play Cast on Crit with Cyclone, and my friend actually texted me about this game and told me to play it, and then when I looked it up I saw Asmongold was playing it already, so yeah, it's been on the radar of a few people. We'll see how it goes, but if you're interested in working your way through a little bit of a free-to-play campaign, then this could be the game for you. I would advise not spending any money on the game, because you know what these games are like when they come out. Things get tweaked, values get tweaked, you know, what you earn, what you get, you know, drop rates, all of this stuff gets changed. So save your money, play it as a free-to-play player, and then maybe if you're really, really enjoying it, you want to buy a better consumable quality of life, fair enough. You know, you do you. But I just wanted to give you basically just a video to let you know that this game exists. It's called Undecember. It's on Steam. And yeah, cheers for tuning in. I'm keeping this one short, obviously, because of my voice. It's probably been painful enough to listen to. But yeah. And yeah, it is a PoE knockoff. It is. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because PoE is a great game. And even if this sucks late game, I'm sure there are going to be some features that we can talk about and request to be put in PoE, because that's what's good with the ARPG genre getting popular, is people push the boundaries of what people want and changes happen. If everybody starts playing this game because of a certain quality of life feature, you bet your ass it's going to get put in PoE. So I'm going to play through this game and see if there's any features I can highlight. And yeah, alright, take it easy. Undecember on Steam, free.